everybody. So real quick before we get into the video, I just wanted to go over my colors and my paints. I wanted to show you what we're going to paint today, or what I painted. So this is it. It was just kind of a playtime session. Like, I didn't know what I was going to do. I just really basically played in the paint. I like working with satin enamels, so I used that, and yeah, I kind of go through the whole process in this video, so it's slower, so if you have the time, feel free to watch it all. Otherwise you can skip through it. I time-lapse through the really monotonous stuff, but I make some comments and things that I normally don't like, just so you can normally don't do, so you can hear my thought process. So I use Master's Touch paints. These are at Hobby Lobby. So you'll see me talk about these in the video. Yellow ochre, red ochre, phthalo blue, ocean green, titanium white. This is the color that at the time I had thrown it away. You see it's got some paint stains on it, but it's Craft Smart multi-surface. Looks like it's premium, but it got paint on it. Premium satin. So I have some of this. I don't know, I think it interacted poorly with my Artist's Loft Black, so I probably will not mix this in again. But here's my Artist's Loft Black and the DecoArt satin enamel. So, hope you guys enjoy watching. So this is my base, and I normally don't do this, but I was curious and kind of experimenting. The majority of the paint in here is the DecoArt white satin enamel. I did mix a little bit of, did I throw it away already? It was like a crafts, it was a type of multi-surface craft paint. Shoot, I don't have it handy, but I'll try to dig out the name for when I put it in the description later. But, so it was like a little bottle of that craft paint that was multi-surface, and like I had a tiny bit of my Master's Touch titanium white left, and I added just I think it was less than an ounce of this in here. And my goal here is to I want to get clouds, but I don't want them to have as puffy as an edge of like a pearl. So I kind of just want some white to pop up, but I want it to have smooth edges. And I didn't put any water in any of my paints, which hopefully that doesn't come around and bite me because they're still pretty thick. These are mixed 2-to-1 Master's Touch tube paints with US Floetrol. It's still very gloopy. See, very gloopy. And I like that because it holds its shape better. But I didn't add any water. We'll see how that goes. Very thick. Maybe I should add a little bit of water. Nope, I'm not going to add any water. So yeah, these are all mixed, custom mixed. This is yellow ochre and ocean green. This is ocean green with a tiny speck of Artist's Loft Soft Body Black just to dull it down a little bit. This is mostly yellow ochre, or not mostly, but yellow ochre, a tiny bit of red ochre, and white. So it was mostly white. And then a little bit of color goes a long way when you're coloring your white, tinting your white. So yeah, that's what that one is. And this is phthalo blue with some of the Artist's Loft Soft Body Black. So I would say, again, majority of the blue and just a little bit of the black. And then these are all mixed approximately 2-to-1 with US Floetrol. This is my pouring medium. I have a little bit of Master's Touch Silver, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use that or not. I don't know. I mix it up just in case. And then this is the Master's Touch Gold and Floetrol. Okay, so that is, we'll do a little bit more. But I want to leave some of the white in here because I'm going to mix it into my little cups. Okay, so I'm going to let that just sit, spread. Some of the bubbles will pop up. I'll give it a torch here after it spreads. In the meantime, I'm going to mix my little mini galaxy cups. But I'm not going to do straight. I'm going to do squiggles when I pour it. It's like a wandering straight pour, maybe. I don't know. There's so many different styles, guys. I want what? Oh, wait. Start all my cups with the bottom being a little bit of white. And a little bit of yellow, or the sandy color, creamy color, I don't know what you call it. I'm probably going to alternate and do like 2 layers here. I think I like to go with green next. Actually, I'm going to just start doing this. Top it off with some white. So they're all gonna start with pouring out white. Okay. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna make, we'll do like 3 of these cups. So yeah, sorry. Normally I would time lapse this. Maybe I will end up time lapsing that. See, that one might be cool. I did it from the top. So we'll remember this one as one when I splurted it in from the top. Okay, so these all got a little bit of something different going on. This one I kind of stuck to just layer, 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 layer. This one I did layer, 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 but I put silver in the middle, a little bit of silver. And then this one, I did the layer, 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 and then my last little bit I did from the top with the white cloudy part. All right, let's give this a torch. Oh my goodness. So we're packing up and getting ready to move. Not too far away, but there's so much dust in the house. Oh my goodness, we've stirred up so much dust. Not good. I'm gonna get little pieces of dust all over this painting. Okay, so there we go. Let's make some squiggles. Let's make some squiggles. I'm going to do from pretty up high, I think. Uh-oh. We're not, this isn't turning out like I wanted it to. Oh, this last little bit's kind of cool. I'm just playing around, guys. Just playing around to see what happens. I kind of like those. Maybe I'll end up doing that. Maybe I'll end up doing more of those. I might not roll my marble through it. I don't know, guys. I don't know. All right, we're gonna do little squiggles. Let's do some squiggles. Since most of this design's in the middle, anything we stretch out is just going to get bigger. So if you do a little tiny skinny line here, it's going to get stretched out. The only time, like, it's sitting on top, it's less dense. If you do like I like my Artist Loft black because it's dense and it'll sink. And if you put that into this mix, for example, you would get some very fine lines, which maybe I want to add some of that. I'm a little unsure about this, but we're just playing around. We're just playing. Playing in the paints. Really praying they sink. As I stretch it out, I'm really praying. Please sink, guys, please sink. Maybe one more squiggle through the middle. That didn't work. Got tiniest bit of line through the middle there. Oh no, I got a gloop. Okay, I got a gloop. I got gotta get that out before I tilt. So when I tilt back, it will cover it up. Where did it go? So I'm taking off my gloves here as I'm gonna go make that fix, because I've learned that if I'm all like anxious and excited and I go and try to get that gloop out, your gloves are gonna drip into your painting and you are not gonna be happy. And you'll have to come up with some crazy idea on how to get it out. Okay, so this right here, this I like. This spot I really like. And you know what? That's, I think, the cup. That, I would think, was our last cup. And then where I like dumped it in from above. So I like what was going on here. I like that part. I'll need to do more of this. Alright, well, I don't have my tweezers, but I'm gonna twist this popsicle stick here in half, maybe. Please come out. Oh, wow. Shoot. I do need tweezers for this. That is a big gloop. What? Okay, so that looks all like not cool. But I think if we're gonna tilt back, I think the movement, tilting it back, is gonna fix that. Could be better. Pardon my language, guys. That's not what I wanted. We're gonna tilt it back, and I think it's gonna cover it up a little bit. Like this marbly, like very blended look that we got here. It's like if a blowout and a galaxy pour met a baby. Or I want to call it a Dutch pour, but not quite a Dutch pour, because Dutch pour, you want your paints to be very thin. And these were very thick. So I'm calling it a blowout, because we blew it. And we did some like galaxy pour action. Oh my goodness. All right, I'll get you down here and do a close-up. All right, guys, here it is. And oh, husband put laundry in now, so you get space heater and laundry. I want, like, after it, I want, like, my tinkering self wants to put white, like, a vein, like, extending this, and coming down through this, and then maybe, like, from here, down through here, and, like, do a fork, to kind of, like, two things I want to, like, I feel like it's disjointed here. The flow is interrupted. Like, I feel like these white lines here need to keep going. Or maybe even just to like right here. And then I don't like this black down here. It's like, it's expanding, which I haven't seen before. I think it might be because of the little bit of multi-surface paint that I put in there. And that would make sense because I mixed it in with that yellowy color, and that's kind of what it's sitting on predominantly. But there's a lot of cool things going on here that I think I might incorporate into some future paintings. I like the little blended look. I like the satin enamels. We did get a little bit of the puffy cloud things popping up. There might be even some more after it starts drying. But yeah, this little part down here I like. It has more of the desired effect than up here. So I know going forward, I will, when I'm mixing my cups, I will drop that white from a height, let it sink in. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this line right here. I wish that was more curved. But I'm kind of afraid to tweak it at this point because there's enough that I like about it that I don't want to ruin those by accident. So I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to tinker. Let me get you down and show you all the details. Also, I mean, I was impatient today and I just had like the painting itch and had to paint. And so there's a lot of those little bubbles that in the colored areas that I'm not really a fan of. So next time that I plan this more carefully, I'll mix my paints ahead of time and let them sit, probably overnight. Yeah, I like this corner the best, I think, out of everything. But there you go. I hope you guys kind of get to try it out. These colors, they go really well together. The green, the yellow, and the blue. So no matter what, like, blowing and mixing you do with them, they're going to blend together and look pretty good. And then you just use the white to make the designs in it, and you can use the black artist slough to drizzle and get those marbly lines. And I think what's key here too is to start with that big puddle so that you can do your design in the middle, and then you have control of where you're going to put that design with your tilts. So that's how you have more control over your blown and created design in the middle. So I ended up tweaking it. I didn't hit record because it was kind of a last minute thing, but I can describe what I did. So once you have this painting all stretched out and thin, it's going to be really hard to move the other paint. So any new paint that you drop down is going to move really fast. So I dumped a puddle of white over there, and I stretched it out so that it made kind of like a teardrop shape. And then I dumped a puddle of white over here, and I did the same thing, stretched it out. So then I had this like hourglass shape of white here in the middle, so that it naturally formed these lines and they connect. And then I was like, okay, well, what am I going to put in these spots? I had a bunch of paint left over here. So I made up a couple more little mini cups layered just like I did before. I did do from like up high more though, so you can see it got more of the puffiness here and here. So I dumped in the satin enamel from up high. And then I did a couple of those, but I did one at a time, not both at the same time. So I did one, and then I tilted that off, most of it, with a little bit left to tilt. And then once that was thinned out and stretched out, I poured another one here, and then I tilted and stretched that one out so that it kind of looks natural. I mean, you can tell that I went back in and did something, but I can't decide if I like it more or not. Probably like it about the same. But anyways, there's the new areas. This little area is pretty cool. I just kind of wish it would connect a little bit better, but yeah, not bad. Not bad for just a playtime session. Got to learn some things about the paints, how to move them. All right, thanks guys.